Welcome back to the Clock Shop. This is Jim with JR Clocker on eBay. Let's see what happened at the Clock Shop this week. Okay, we're going to do bushing on an Ingram 8-day time and strike. This was featured in the video What Not to Do. And if you remember, there was a piece of brass glued onto this bridge. Now this is my bridge support. I do sell it in my eBay store, but it gives you nice strong support between the plate and the top of the bridge, so you can get a good straight bushing in there. I'm gonna take this is a 3mm bushing I'm going to be putting in, and so I start with the Bergeron system. I'm starting with basically a 2mm cutter. I have it set up here. I need my finger to be a little bit behind. You can see, just adding pressure. And I'll go in, cut that open, then switch. Sorry for my hands, there's really nothing I can do to stop that from happening. Okay, next we go to let's get it turned around here. 2.47, which is basically 2.5mm. I can go just straight through and cut that now. Once you get used to taking movements apart and putting them back together, that's why I keep saying practice, practice, practice. Take this movement, don't put the springs in it, put it together, take it apart. You graduate from time only, which are really easy to do once you get the knack of it, and you just graduate to time and strike, and then you can go right up to 3-train. A little bit more difficult. Usually their springs are in barrels, so that makes it easier. Okay, so here's the deal. I normally don't usually cut from this side of the plate. I usually come from the underside, and but on these bridges here I don't. So I'm going to try to bring this bushing home from on top with the bevel side up. And that way, and it's a pressure fit. Actually works very good that way. Let's take it apart and take a closer look. Take this out. Not bad looking bushing. Not bad at all. And I did match the plate, so I will do is I will turn it now around, take this stake out, put, I say that anvil out, I shouldn't say that, I should say anvil, not stake. Okay, I want to put a chafer on this, so I'm going to put the chafering bit on. I'm going to this out of the way so I can snip this around this way so you can get a good shot of it. Just trying to get in there, and I center it, and then I put a little chamfer, chase, or whatever it's called. But it's all set in there. It looks nice. I'm gonna look at it. My goggles. Oh, really nice. And then we'll take that and we will approach it out to take this wheel because it is too tight. And so I'll need to approach that a little bit. See if I can do that without causing too much hassle. And then once I approach it out, then I burnish it. Now, because I would normally use a 3mm bushing, but the let me see, I gotta okay. Now, there's a little play, which that's what I want. I want it to be able to move this way and that way outside. Okay, and that will make sure that it has plenty of time in there. Now I will burnish it with a smooth broach, and it'll be ready to go. And you can barely see maybe a little outline. You can see it better on this one. I haven't cleaned this one up yet, but that's going to get a bushing as well. That one I'll be able to do from the back side. I'll be able to do it from the back side, which will make it easier. But don't be afraid to do bushings from the front too. On this one, it's really hard to get the anvil in there correctly and have the support without maybe taking the possibility of bending this out of position. Of course, I'll check that position when we're re-putting it, when we're putting it back together. And yes, you can see those little bumps there. I'll clean that up, and we'll go on. See, this actually didn't look like it needed a bushing, but since it's painted, it's getting a bushing, because I don't like, and I don't like giving work back. I had the movement apart here, or test fit it back together before I did it, because I had a bent main wheel on the time side, and I had to, this wheel here was bent. I believe the spring broke in this, and that sometimes causes, especially it happens a lot with Ingram movements. Anyway, so I straightened it back out. It needs to be cleaned again, but I did straighten it, and I trued it on the lathe, so it is actually spinning really nice and straight again. Anyway, Maybe we'll do a video on doing that sometime. I actually don't come across them too many times. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our little tour, basically with this tool right here. It's, you don't do a lot of them, you know, a lot of kitchen clocks and parlor clocks and that have these setups here. And when you're doing a bushing in this escapement bridge, you really need this tool. Thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, comment, tell me what I do wrong, tell me what I do right, whatever. And we'll see you next time.